just want fairness. We want everything to be reciprocal. And I think in the end, we're going to have a lot of great jobs. We're going to have a lot of great companies all coming back into our country.
President Trump signing a proclamation on steel and aluminum import tariffs just moments ago. Here now to react is Peter Morici, University of Maryland economist in support of the tariffs, and John Stossel from Fox Business, who says these tariffs could end up hurting the end consumer. Peter, I'm going to start with you. I don't know if you heard all of the various carve-outs and such when the president announced it. It's like a giant club that he's going to beat over the head of countries that don't come to the table and negotiate properly. I mean, there's a way to get out of it if you do business the right way. What do you think?
Well, I think that it's necessary that he do something for steel and aluminum. The Chinese have targeted one industry after another: steel, aluminum, electric cars, artificial intelligence. That's really frightening. And a lot of their steel and aluminum actually comes to us these days through other countries, because we've shut down imports from China, more or less. It comes through Korea, it comes through Turkey and places like that. That's why this thing is so sweeping. The other thing is that we have repeatedly asked our allies for assistance with regard to China, the whole issue of how they fit into the system and the way they abuse it. And they say, well, we'll talk, but nothing ever happens. President Obama, beginning of his term, sent Tim Geithner to the G7, to the finance ministers meeting, and the Germans told us to pound salt. So that's why this has happened.
So that's why, John,
that's why it's being done this way.
John, you know, we know tariffs are not productive in the overall sense, but what he's talking about is, he even said, we know only 2% of the steel comes directly from China. It's going through other places. We're going to make those other places pay. And by the way, Canada and Mexico, if you do the right thing on NAFTA and we come to a deal, this doesn't apply to you. So to me, it doesn't seem really like a tariff so much as something to hang over everybody's head who comes to sit at the table if they don't cooperate. Seems smart.
Yes, and that's an invitation to more corporate cronyism and more companies saying, politician, I'll kiss your ring, protect me. And what that does is hurt all Americans. When Trump talks about dumping, it sounds so bad, but dumping, and Peter's just wrong on this, it's good for us. It means they screw their people to give us cheaper stuff. And we take that, ingredients that we'll make into 1 million products. It's been going on for a while, it's true, and it really hurts some people in some industries. But it's why we have full employment. It's why our economy has grown the way it has, because free trade is better than these manipulations.
Yeah, Peter, what about that? I mean, when they dump products on our market, we get the raw imports for 1 million different things very cheap.
I think Mr. Stossel's correct to say, let's look at how it totals out. The way it's totaling out with China is we have a mammoth trade deficit with China. And with the rest of the world, frankly, because many other countries participate in some of the same kinds of activities, but not as virulently. As a consequence, every year we borrow $600 to $700 billion to finance that. We are now to the point where we owe foreigners about 45% of U.S. GDP, and we're on track within the decade to be above the level that we've seen where countries like Spain and Greece get into financial crises. Already last week, you know, people weren't rushing in to buy U.S. 10-year treasuries as the rate went up. They're starting to look a little bit askance at our bonds. They're starting to think that maybe we're not quite as solvent as we used to be. You know, it isn't like we're making stuff and exporting to get the stuff we want. We're borrowing money, and we're not borrowing money to build up our economy. We're borrowing our money for Thanksgiving dinner.
Stossel, what's your response?
My response is, I have a trade deficit with Safeway, where I buy my food. I keep giving them money. They never buy anything from me. So what? The same thing applies with China. That it's the total deficit, it's the budget deficit, the 20 trillion. That's going to devalue our currency. Our trade deficit with China, we get stuff. They get pieces of paper with pictures of dead presidents printed on them. We win in that exchange. What can they do with that money? They either have to buy our stuff or invest in America. In both cases, we win.
Professor Morici?
Well, the trouble is that we've gotten to the point where the debt is too big that we owe abroad, and at some point there's going to be a run on the dollar. That's the basic problem. And the other thing is we have to service this debt. At some point, we're going to have to pay people back. It's not free.
All right. We got to leave the lesson there for the day. Gentlemen, thanks to both of you. Appreciate your time.